So everybody uses tie wraps. The thing I want to look at here today is how do you cut the tail off this right? So I have 4 different choices in front of us right now. I have some Klein regular diagonal cutters. I have these that I just picked up on Amazon. They were not expensive, and they said that they were flush cut. So we're gonna test that out. I have these Play-Dohs. I've had these for quite a while. These work really well, so we'll take a look at those. Model 170. They're nice and small and handy. Then I just have some regular old wire strippers. Well worn, but I'll show you a trick with these to get a flush cut as well. So I guess, how are we gonna judge this? Well, I have some balloons, and I figured what we'd do is test to see what kind of what's left behind. So if I cut this just with dikes, you can tell that these aren't flush cut. So what you're left with is a piece sticking up. Now, if you're in an electrical panel or something, these things, especially if they're left longer, but even if you try to cut them flush with those, there's still a little piece sticking up. And when your arms are scraping against it, that's what happens. There's enough of an edge sticking up there that it can catch and it pop that balloon. So let's take a look at the Play-Doh Model 170s. So these come together really nice right there. So when you place them against that tie wrap and cut it, it doesn't leave anything. Perfectly flat and smooth. Let me get another victim here. I'll show you. It won't pop the balloon. It's nice and smooth. No problem. So what about these things? IGAN, or I don't know. Made in PRC, People's Republic of China. These were not expensive. It says it has a 60 HRC for the blade. PVC coating on the handles. Gives your cutting ability. Alright, oops, sorry about that. Let's take a look at them. These are the same. I'll just set one off to the side. IGANS Pro. They certainly do look flush cut. That is nice and flat. They have kind of an upward tilt to them. So let's give these a try. Put a little bit out there. Lay these guys right on there like that. Smooth as a baby's bottom. Nothing to pop the balloon. So both of these flush cutters, these Play-Doh 170s and these IGANs, they both cut very smooth and flush. Either one of these will make a great way to trim your tie wraps so that you can avoid getting your arms and hands cut up reaching into a panel when you have stuff sticking up like that. Just take the extra time and trim those. Trim this off. It doesn't take any time. You have to cut it anyway. So get flush cutters, cut them off, and you're good to go. What happens if you don't have flush cutters, but you do have wire strippers? So this isn't as easy or as foolproof as these two guys are. But what I usually do when I'm in that situation, what I'm gonna do is this bevel right here, I'm gonna run it across the top so that this underneath this will be riding right on top of the tie wrap. This other jaw I'm gonna hook down lower to use it to pull it across. See how I've got that? So I used this jaw to pull, it anchored right there, and then I pulled this across with it, just like this. And what you're left with is another super smooth tie wrap. So if you don't have some cutters like these, and you do have your wire strippers, I'll do that again. You just hook that jaw on the back side. Hook that jaw on the back side and set the other jaw on top and squeeze it over. Cuts it nice and flush off. I find it works good. These strippers are a 14 to 24, so it's a little bit smaller wire. I've done it with other bigger strippers too, but these work pretty good. That's just one more way to cut your tie wraps off so you don't shred your hands and arms. So that's really all I got today on that. I just wanted to highlight these two different cutters. These are really nice because they're small and they don't take up a lot of room. Both of these are spring loaded out, so they open automatically. These do have limitations as far as what they can cut. It was on the back. Soft wire up to 12 AWG, iron wire up to 12 AWG, and plastic up to 9. Not suitable for steel, wire rope, or stainless cable. But I think they're a little bit heavier duty. If you have big tie, some people I have used those really big tie wraps in the past. And I've used the Play-Dohs, and they do work. But I think these are going to be a little bit better. Look at the length of the jaw. And also the length of the handle give you a little bit more leverage. A 2-pack of these was not expensive. I'll put a link down below so you can check them out. And that's all I got for you. How to cut tie wraps so you don't shred yourself. All right. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. See you next time.